Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
it's me,
and me.
Steve. Welcome back to another travel video, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing a Euro trip right now across the continent of Europe.
Ooh.
Did you guys know that that's how Euro trips work? We are currently in the city of Madrid, the capital of Spain, and we got so many cool things to show you guys. This city can be really boring if you don't do it right, but it can also be really fun if you find some interesting things to do. And today we're partnering up with a cool company called Hostel One. They're basically sending us all across Europe, and we're visiting a bunch of their hostels. We're staying with them right now, so before we do anything else, I want to roll that intro. Alright, now that the intro has been rolled, we're officially in the video. Welcome to Madrid, ladies and gentlemen. We traveled here from Barcelona just a few days ago. We've been having a blast. We are right now right outside of the San Miguel market here in Madrid. This is probably one of the more famous markets that we've heard about to come get cheap food as well. But before we do that, I want to tell you guys a little bit about the first activity that you should do when you come to Madrid. Madrid is known for having really crazy and great nightlife. And that's what Hostel One, the company that we're partnering up, is kind of all about. They love taking you out on awesome bar tours and club tours and going out at night and partying and stuff. And that's what Madrid is known for. Partly, besides being the capital, it's got amazing nightlife, really great clubs, really great bars, and we've been hitting up a lot of them. And it's Monday. Look how many, there's gotta be like 1,000 people outside.
3:30 a.m. I don't know why this is happening.
The nightlife in Madrid is like next level. So when you guys are coming to visit Madrid, this is what you need to experience. Look at this line. Look at this whole line of people. I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of a look as to what one of the local outings looks like here. In the month of August, which we are in right now, here in Madrid, there's actually 3 fiestas, or festivals that happen in Madrid, celebrating different saints here in Spain. We actually missed the first one, the first day that we came in, but we're here for the second one. They happen back to back. It's like every 4 days, a new festival begins. Last night, we were able to hit up the Festival de San Lorenzo here in Madrid, and I wanted to give you guys a little look as to what that looks like. We are in the fiesta. There's a fiesta going on. This is a celebration of one of the barrios, which is one of the neighborhoods right now. There are just tons of people around. We're drinking in the street, which is usually not supposed to happen in Madrid, but there's just a bunch of people out. So many people out in the street. And we're just here with everybody else. And it's happening in the middle part of Madrid in a neighborhood called Lavapiés. And we're just in the middle of it right now. There's tons of people. What do you think about this fiesta, Steve?
I want to go inside. We just arrived. We haven't really seen much, but it looks like there is just a street full of people. So.
There's got to be like 1,000 people back there. There's so many people, all the way back.
Want to go in?
I guess so. Look at these people.
Bienvenidos a España.
Bienvenidos. Yeah, Eunice?
Oh, tough.
Wow. Hola. In the fiesta de San Lorenzo, they have food stalls in the middle of the fiesta.
Oh my God,
and they're serving all kinds of different foods right now. They're cooking food right here. We got beefs and all kinds of stuff. Besides that, there's plenty of bars, clubs, anything that you want to get up to in Madrid, you could pretty much do. But one of the biggest recommendations we've been getting is to hang out with locals. You're gonna want to make this trip a local trip. As opposed to Barcelona, Barcelona is very touristy, lots of tourists. Here, that tourism is way down, a lot more local. You're actually gonna have to use your Spanish a little bit. We promise you that you will have a good time. But now, we're very hungry, right, Steve?
Yes.
Let's go get some food.
All right, here we are in Mercado de San Miguel. I am hungry. It smells so good in here. We need to get some yum yums in these tum-tums.
This also looks so epic. It's a very aesthetically pleasing market. So I was actually given the recommendation to come here because a friend of mine who visited Madrid years ago said that you could get food here for less than 10 euros, and something that's pretty good and filling. I'll be honest with you guys, it doesn't look like that type of place from the outside. It looks sort of fancy, but I'm excited to see if we can find a deal. So one of the famous styles of eating in Spain is called tapas, and that's what this market is heavily all about. We got €1 tapas here, and there's a bunch of different decisions that you can make. This one's heavily seafood based, so we got a bunch of little fish stuff that we're gonna try. All right, so Steve and I have come outside because it's pretty hectic in there. We're gonna probably bounce in and get a few more snacks, but we got some tapas. We learned yesterday all about tapas and the origins of them. And just so you guys know what tapas means, tapas basically means lids. Back in the day in Spain, they used to put these on top of cups to serve them to the king, and that's how they kind of came up with the formulation of drinking and eating. Essentially, you do this while standing a lot of the times. You just drink and eat. I got over here some codfish with honey mustard and then just some tuna. And these are laid down on this sort of like cracker-like bread. So we try this. This is codfish with honey mustard. Oh my god, yeah. A slight sweetness from the honey mustard is magnifique. All the guys in there were raving about how this is Spanish tuna. Let's try it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I see you now. Look at that tuna. This is the freshest tuna I've had in a very, very long time. Let's jump back in the market and get some more delicious food. So keep in mind, when you're eating in Spain, temper your expectations when it comes to large portions. A lot of eating here is filling up on beer, that whole tapa style, and then eating small things as you go. That's kind of the concept, and that's how you can fill up here for less than 10 euro. We're gonna stop in right now and try to find another smallish thing to try, and we'll pop on out and taste it for you. All right, we have jumped out of the marketplace again. I just wanted to make a quick note. That building right there behind me is one of the most famous flamenco places in Spain. But we have now jumped to another square, and we've got more food. Me and Steve, check out this spread. Look at this. We're doing B-roll. We're doing everything. Oh,
Look at that.
oh,
yeah.
oh. Here we got a little personal pan margarita pizza for 3 euro. Let's try it out. See what it like. Oh my god. I'm sorry, New York dollar slice. I love you, but oh my god. There's nothing like European pizza. No. Makes me want to kick a horse. All right, next up on the menu, we have this thing called bow. So now we're gonna do the bow dance. Ready?
We're doing the bow dance?
Bow dance, bow
Do
dance.
my bow dance, do my bow dance, bow dance, bow dance, bow dance, bow dance, do that bow dance.
Here we go. Wow, that is delicious. This was also only like 3 euros. So far we spent less than 10 euros. I'm pretty much full at this point. So that's a great place to get some food and fill up. As I continue to devour this delicious sandwich, I'm gonna have off-screen tall with B-roll, tell you guys all about this great tapas place we visited yesterday. All right, so I've already talked to you guys about Hostel 1 in this video. They're the ones who are helping us make this video possible. So they actually do little activities and tours in the hostel with the whole group of hostels. The concept, the kind of concept you follow is you come to the hostel, you get really drunk, you make a bunch of new friends, and then the next day you wake up and go on a little tour with them. So one of the cool things that we did together was we went to a tapas place called El Tigre. You hop on in there, you get yourself some beers, and then they just start serving you food. You don't pay for the food, you just pay for the beer. For 4 people, it cost us about 16 euro, which is ridiculously cheap because they essentially just keep bringing out food. It's a fantastic way to get day drunk, but also eat and fill up, and that's the whole style of eating in Spain pretty much, is eating a lot of tapas. You're just always eating slow little meals throughout the day. We had like chicken wings and croquetas and little quiches on bread, papas bravas, which is a very Spanish thing. Fantastic experience eating food. We are now done with the food section of this video, and now we're gonna bounce off to our next activity. Ladies and gentlemen, the next place that I want to mention on this guide, and it's just because you're undoubtedly going to be here, is called Puerta del Sol, or the Sun Gate. This is sort of like the Times Square of Madrid in a sense. There's another street that's called Gran Via, which is kind of like another sort of Times Square, but this is essentially one of the hoppin' and poppin' places, especially at night. Everything is lit up here. There's people doing street performances. Currently right behind me, there's a giant panda. So that's interesting too. But I just wanted to quickly mention this place because you're probably going to walk past this. If you're coming out here at night, be warned, here there are a lot of pickpocketers. But that's Puerta del Sol, the Sun Gate, and we'll move on to our next location. All right, so we've come down to a park called Parque de El Retiro. Steve is actually gonna talk more about this park in his video, so make sure you go watch his version. But I did want to tell you guys about a different activity that you can do in Madrid as well. This will be involved with the Hostel 1. In Hostel 1, they have a bunch of activities on this board. Like we mentioned earlier, a bunch of different things that you can do with the hostel itself. And one of them is a free walking tour. These free walking tours are tip suggested, so you do leave a little bit of money for the people giving you the tour, depending on how much you like them and how much you like the tour guide. But I wanted to give you guys a little look at our tour that we did, taking a little look at some of the famous sites in Madrid. All right, so the way that these free tours work, as you can see, this is our whole tour group. They are free, but you are recommended to leave a tip in them. So basically, hold on, I gotta catch up to them. basically walk around the city for about 3 hours. They do these all over the world, and we go to all the big sites. We just started in a place called Plaza Mayor, which is a super touristy area, but as we continue to walk through with this tour group, our tour guide is going to be taking us to all the hot spots in Madrid to learn about the history and stuff. And I'll be relaying a little bit of that to you guys, because this is just one of the many things you could do in this crazy guide to Madrid.
And this is Restaurante Sobrino, the oldest restaurant in continuous existence on planet Earth. It's been said that it's been open since 1725, and they even say that the flame in the kitchen has been running since the opening of this restaurant.
So I want to show you guys some cool footage from a day trip that we took with Hostel One. Right before we end this video, this is a little bonus. It's actually not in Madrid, but it's a really famous day trip out of Madrid to a town called Toledo. Toledo used to be the historic capital of Spain, and there's tons of history there from some of the most major Abrahamic religions like Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, and you definitely want to check it out when you're here. Going on the day trip with Hostel One is absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a penny, it doesn't cost you a dime, except for what you have to pay to get there. Wait, hold on. You going to scream?
Wait, hold on a second. We going to scream Pennsylvania?
Wait.
Hold on. Let me get this straight.
Wait, hold on.
We going to get because going to scream.
You going to scream? Tell me right now, you going to scream?
Tell me you don't even know where you go if you're going to scream Pennsylvania.
Let's go to scream.
Scrangles. Scrangle, bangle, bangles.
That's 28 seconds.
Perfect.
Alrighty, folks. So one of the next things on the journal on the list of activities to do with Hostel One is coming on a little sunset tour. So we've come right now. Steve, name again? Here, you tell me.
I got some information for you. I'm
Sorry,
taking over
Steve's taking
Tapas. Right behind us here is called the Temple of Debod. And this was a gift to Spain from the Egyptians. It's an ancient temple. Pretty nice gift, I would say. I've never been gifted a temple before, but...
Salamu alaikum, Egypt, for giving us this gift. Appreciate it very much. This is just one of those activities that you can do. I would say this is an extra bonding experience if you're here at Hostel One. Everybody gets a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of snacks. We're doing an actual picnic, so they made us food. We're gonna sit down, communicate with people, chat, open up a discussion, probably have a good time, and then I think after, probably some more nightlife, which happens very regularly here in Spain, especially with Hostel One. So we're gonna gather up right now, get ready for a beautiful sunset, because this is supposed to be the sunset spot in Madrid, and we'll have a great time. All right, so part of this whole experience is filming the sunset, of course. We have been chilling in the park, picnicking pretty hard for the last like hour or so. Everyone's got some drinks and food and stuff, but now we're going to see an amazing Madrid sunset. One of the best viewpoints for this place to see a sunset. It's supposed to be right here in this park, so we're gonna take a look, but it's already looking pretty amazing.
Everyone's cheering.
All right, that's a sunset right there. I've never ever in my life been so surrounded with so many people looking at the sunset. And once the sun set, everybody started clapping. That was amazing. All right, so that is your sunset experience here in Madrid. I highly recommend you come do this, especially if you are gonna stay with Hostel One. If you do come with Hostel One, come join this little tour here and come see this temple as well. You're gonna enjoy both sides of the temple and the sunset. It's gonna be amazing. And just come on down, stay with Hostel One, you'll love it. Hostel One. It is so much fun. Hostel 2.
Tie your shoe.
Hostel 3.
Party with Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are right outside of our Hostel One location here in Madrid. It's actually really bittersweet because we're about to leave. This was the end of our time here in Madrid. I need to wrap up the last points.
You're gonna do it over again?
Yeah. So me and Steve wanted to give you guys a little wrap right outside of our hostel, here at Hostel One Madrid, of the last final thoughts on Madrid. The Hostel One experience is something that I highly suggest to anybody, especially if you're a little bit younger and you want to experience a little more. But what are your thoughts on Madrid, Steve?
Madrid, for me, has been amazing. It's just such a beautiful, very visually appealing city. And like you said, with staying with Hostel One, we were able to experience it in such a unique way and meet travelers from all around the world. So I love it here, man.
It was a great time. Whether it's food or shopping or seeing the sights or doing adventuring or partying, Madrid has everything for you, I think, in this city. So definitely worth a stopover when you're here in Spain. Make sure you're checking out Hostel One in the description and using the code YALOCLATT,
because you'll get a discount when you book with us. In addition to that, please go follow Mr. Steve Yallo down below in the description, because he's making videos just like me. If you want to support this channel, you can buy some merchandise, or once again, check out Hostel 1 down below in the description. And we're going to see you guys when we bounce off to our next city here in Spain. We'll see you then. I love you a long time. Oh wait, Spanish word of the day. Your word of the day today is divertido, which means fun. All right, I love you guys a long time. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.